Little boy finds a baby in a pile of grass. The boy is instantly surprised. Giant ants are eating the baby. The boy hurriedly wiped away the ants and found the baby bleeding from the back of his head. In order to save the life of this abandoned baby, the four boys ran down the center of the railroad tracks and carefully made their way to the entrance of the hospital. Their eagerness forced them to call the doctor early. When the doctor inquired about the baby's origin, the resourceful boys said it was their brother, that he had been bitten by ants, and asked the doctor to save it, and the doctor told the nurse to take the baby inside. After careful bandaging and treatment, the doctor praised them for their timely delivery and reassured them that the baby was not in any serious condition. When the doctor asked about the baby's mother, the children admitted that they had lied and said that they were all orphans who scavenged for rags for a living. They found the baby. The doctor told the nurse to get some milk and said, "What are we going to do with this baby?" The naive child threatened to pay for his education and give him a better life. The doctor was amazed at how they were able to feed the baby by picking up garbage. The children said they would work twice as hard. The kind doctor offered them a room in the neighboring cottage. Until then, their lives had been a question mark, but he came along and gave them the answer. Tiny hands, innocent faces, and so began a new chapter in their lives. They gave him all their love. The baby grows up under their care. Every picture is so beautiful and touching. Time flew by and baby Jason grew up. One day Larmer, a convicted child trafficker, was released from prison and appeared in front of them with an 8-inch knife in his hand. He grabbed Mark by the hair and told them that they were the reason why he had to spend 5 years in prison. Jason was shocked. When Larmer was about to poison Mark, Jason picked up a big stone on the ground and threw it at him. The rock hit Larmer in the face. Larmer was furious and rushed toward Jason with a knife. Jason calmly stabbed him with a compass. Larmer's lower body was bleeding, but Jason took the knife and acted calmly. The nurse told the doctor about Jason. The doctor asked Jason why he was moping. Jason said he wanted his brothers to go to school and he'd work for the money. The doctor sent Mark and his brothers to the best schools, but left Jason at home. More than 10 years have passed, and the brothers have happy families. And his sisters-in-law are beautiful. Jason had become a handsome young man. On this day, an important election was being held in the city of Visakhapatnam. The ruling party was aiming to stay in power and the opposition was aiming to win. Mark was elected as a commissioner. Suspicious trucks were spotted at the Chhattisgarh border. Mark's police car intercepted them. The escort surrendered without saying a word. When they opened it up, it was full of money. Mark gives the order to seize the men and the money. Baran, the opposition candidate, barges into Mark's office and says there's 175 billion rupees in the van. He hands over the keys and says there's a new SUV outside with 100 million rupees in it and tries to bribe Mark. Mark throws the keys to the police officers and unceremoniously demands that the car be impounded and that Baran be disqualified from running for office. A furious Baran, holding Mark's men to the table, blackmails Mark that a professional assassin will come against him. Jason pushed down the opposition flag. He was ready to take on Baran's men when the chainsaw boys rushed forward. They were kicked to the ground by Jason. Two more men came up to attack him. He took his breath away with a single blow. He took them all out in no time. He walks into Mark's office and slaps Baran across the face. Jason beat him out of his office in 2 or 3 tries, telling him in front of the press that the Visakhapatnams were no pushovers. The news immediately made front-page headlines. Mark brought Jason here to apologize to the chief. While Mark was writing the apology letter on his behalf, Chief Pandon threatened that their posture should be so low that they would be on the ground licking his shoes. Jason is furious and says that anyone who touches his family won't be allowed to live a day longer. Everyone was stunned. However, a hero can't be a hero. Sister-in-laws brought Jason to meet his wedding partner. Her name is Dilla. She's a beauty and she gets a lot of compliments when she shows up. But the mother-in-law made a lot of unreasonable demands. She asked the groom to know how to make coffee and juice, to have no more than 2 children after marriage, and to be beaten up if he finds another woman after marriage. If you get confused and chat with another woman on a messenger app, your face will be smashed and you'll be afraid to leave the house. However, when faced with a man who rapes a woman on the beach, the mother-in-law goes over and kicks him in the lower half of his body. Brothers talk about being destined to be slaves to women after marriage. My sister-in-law takes a different view, saying how few marriages are successful nowadays. Her precautionary attitude is not only admirable, it's also needed in modern society. She is not only fighting for her daughter's rights, but also for the rights of all children in the future. Jason likes the girl but won't agree to the marriage. Unexpectedly, Dilla overheard him. The bossy girl then asks him to learn to coax the girl. Jason retorts, "Why can't you give in?" And Dilla punches him in the face. After leaving the house, Jason says he agrees to the marriage. Sister-in-law invites Dilla to their birthday party. On that day, Dilla came out in full costume. Indians have a different way of celebrating birthdays. They pray together, they cut the cake, they make precious moments. They sing, they laugh, they dream. One day Mark went to Bihar to organize a campaign. Jason walked him to his car, and Pandan, the opposition candidate's brother, brought in a helper, Sergeant Jack. They took Jason's 3 brothers outside the city. What will happen to Jason's 3 brothers? Will Jason be able to save his brothers? And what will be his best performance? I'm Zero Sense Film. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.